Let's go.
Go ahead.
Okay. It's 7:03, and that was the gavel beating, our call to order for the Village of Villa Parks Garden Village Commission. Today is October 16th, 2025. I think I said 7:03, but just to be sure. So call to order, that's where we're at. So we're gonna do a roll call. Pete, let's start with you.
Okay, Commissioner Pete Soltesz present.
Okay, Lynn Smith.
Commissioner Lynn Smith present.
Okay, Patrice Gallagher.
Commissioner Patrice Gallagher present.
Right. Renee Alvarez contacted me earlier to say that he is hung up at work, so he's not going to be here tonight. And do you usually do the board liaisons in other commission meetings?
We can say that we're here, yeah.
Okay, so
So trustee Constados, board liaison present.
Trustee, staff liaison Tim Howe present.
Okay.
okay. So we have our roll call accomplished. Okay, and we have a member of the public here. So any public comments on
It's
the?
non-agenda, so I don't know how you guys want to fit that in.
Okay, you want to comment on a non-agenda
That
item?
is correct.
We have to start with the,
Okay,
This is for Commissioner Smith.
go ahead.
I make a motion to allow, our member from the public to make his comments now, to move up the, public comments on non-agenda items
I second that motion.
to item 2.
okay. So you're
Okay,
gonna.
we do not have,
You do it.
public comments on non-agenda items.
Yeah,
That's item.
Number 8, right here.
so she's
Oh,
gonna,
okay.
We wanna
all the
move
way
it up.
down.
So, yeah.
We want to move
she's
it up.
gonna wanna move number 8.
Yeah, so Commissioner Smith.
To
makes
number 2.
A motion to move agenda item 8 to number,
2.
2A.
Okay, any discussion on that?
I'm just curious why.
This is Commissioner Smith, just in case, a resident doesn't want to stay for the entire meeting, so
Sounds good to me.
we can get his feedback and it could maybe add some value also to what we're discussing today.
Did you want to stay for the whole meeting, or were you planning on making
Yeah,
comments?
unfortunately, my niece just flew in and the lights here, so
Perfect.
Okay, so was that motion approved?
No, we have to vote on it
Okay.
yet.
Did somebody second it?
Yeah.
You did,
so just
okay,
second.
good.
Okay, so it was seconded by Patrice. Okay, I'm just taking notes here because we don't have a secretary note taker yet, and that's further in the agenda. So allow me a second here just to record what we're doing. So we stay. Motion move item 8. Okay, so let's take a vote on the suggestion to move item 8 up to number 2, so our public member can speak to us. Can we have a vote, a voice vote?
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any-
Those against?
Any,
None against, okay, motion passed. I'm taking notes.
And I'm thinking,
Commissioner Smith, I thought Patrice,
Sorry.
since she's here, was taking notes.
I'll take notes. I always have to take notes anyway, so I'm going to type mine in too. If that's okay with you.
You go right ahead. Voice vote. Okay. So you want to introduce yourself? And,
Yeah, just right here?
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you guys can hear me.
Yes.
All right, so my name is Chris Diedrich. I live at 542 East Wildwood. First of all, congratulations to all you guys. You know,
Thank you.
especially you for your new job. So
Thank you,
congratulations.
thank you, Chris.
So, just a quick overview. I have sent probably starting, we'll say 8 months ago, I started sending many emails to village managers, to trustees, Trustee Constantos, many people about a plan that I was working on with the Garden Village Horticulture Club, right? And that plan was to create essentially, in however it worked within these commissions, an Illinois prairie garden at Rotary Park. Right, so every trustee that I spoke to was in favor of some type of process of this happening. However that went, the village manager specifically said this is a great idea. Things can change, obviously, but it should go to the appropriate commission, right? Once those commissions became available, this is the
What
appropriate.
kind of garden did you call it?
An Illinois prairie garden, a pollinator garden. Your closest thing to it in this area would be the Great Western Prairie in Elmhurst. Rotary Park is perfect for it because it is a retention area in some spots, and in some spots it's not. I don't remember the exact date, but on August 11th, I believe, the Board of Trustees voted on an energy bill with MC Squared, and they got a rebate for doing that, and it's $36,000 over a 2-year period. Part of that vote, the resolution, part of the resolution mandated that the $36,000 went to park beautification. All right, so they didn't have a very specific spot they were gonna do it in. I suggest watching the video because you could hear every trustee and what they said. Originally, I just want it to be beautiful, I could care less where it goes. But originally, we had all talked about, and they had talked about Rotary Park, and eventually they decided it should go wherever the commissions and the board should put it, which makes total sense. But the bottom line is there's $36,000 for park beautification that's out there that is in a resolution. It does exist.
What was the date of that?
I believe it's August 11th. It is a long meeting, right? Give me a second, I think I have it down. And the exact date, time. It is August 11th, and
Okay.
it starts 1 hour into that meeting. It is long. Most of it is about energy. In about 20 minutes, they'll start to talk about that $36,000 going to gardens.
Okay,
And you can hear what every trustee said. We're the garden village. You guys are the garden commission. I mean, for better or worse, we don't look like the garden village. You know, and I appreciate everything you guys are gonna do to help change that. There's a lot of opportunity all over the place. $36,000 is a lot of money when you're talking about plants and seedlings. It's a lot of money. Does it solve every problem? Absolutely not, and that's why you guys are here. But I wasn't sure if you guys knew that that existed. But it is in a resolution. There's $36,000 for parks beautification, whatever that is. Park benches are expensive, seeds are not, right? So however that goes. That's the information. I have given all of that information, which Trustee Constantos obviously has all that information.
I have your email.
But I've also given all that information to Pete, because I know Pete, and I mean, he's wonderful and is, you know, huge about that stuff. One other quick thing, has nothing to do with it, community garden. There are places to do it. We had one at Iowa Community Center. People didn't know it existed. It wasn't really supported. It wasn't bad, but people didn't know it existed. Community garden would be amazing. It's not necessarily expensive. If it's up to me, it goes right next to the baseball field at the rec center, but that's your guys' job to figure out, obviously. He would know a lot more about that. I know it's set to the side as future parking. If they were gonna put parking there, I would assume they would have done it by now. It costs a lot of money to do it, and even if they did it, there's still a lot of room there. But take a look at the rec center, there's a whole huge open space. That's pretty much all I got.
Chris, can I ask a follow-up question?
Yeah,
Pertaining to that community garden idea,
sure.
are you talking about a perennial flower garden
no.
or a vegetable
Food,
garden?
yeah. There is one, I believe it's still at Iowa, but it will be gone soon because Iowa goes away, but.
Actually, there is one at the park on the north side of town that is, I'm trying to remember the name of that park,
Westmore.
Westmore Park.
Okay, if that's the
Okay.
case, that's awesome, but,
There's only about four, maybe six garden plots area, certainly is room to expand in that spot.
Wherever
But,
it
but,
goes.
but like you said, it's like if you build it, they will come. Right?
People, if that's the case, I mean, I didn't know about it, which means,
Yeah,
I
it
know it
hasn't
knows about
been
it.
well advertised.
so that's, you know, I would appreciate it if, you know, I mean, that's what you guys are supposed to do, and that would be awesome. If it stays there and it expands, fantastic. You know, that's the job.
Well, Chris, we appreciate you bringing your concerns out to the public domain here. And do you have anything else, Dave?
No, I'm great, as long as you guys are
Okay.
good.
Chris,
Well, thank you.
here's my business card.
Put it in on it.
Stay in touch.
Yeah, for sure.
Please.
Absolutely.
Chris,
Yes.
just for chance, Pete has your contact information?
He has my contact info, and he has the original plans that I drew up and the information to the resolution, all that type of stuff.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
because you guys don't have emails yet, as far as I know, and I have access to Pete.
Okay.
And I'll share that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Certainly
you
wanted
send that
Chris
to
to have the opportunity to
the
come
plans?
and speak.
Sure.
I have
Appreciate
one.
it.
Sure.
You're my
And
business.
I worked on it with the horticulture club too, so, it's obviously, you know, for you guys to, you know, to figure out that there's plenty of people in the horticulture club that would love to help you guys do that if you ever decided you needed help. I'll do it for free. There's people out there in this area that'll do everything for free.
A lot of talent.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
thank you so
Chris,
much.
thank you
very
for
much.
You
bringing
guys have a
that
wonderful
to
day,
us.
okay?
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you,
Thanks, Chris.
appreciate it.
That was great.
Okay. So let's move on to amendments to the agenda. Tina, you had one?
Yeah, I'd like to just throw something in there, so we could discuss, each commission has been given a $200 budget, to pick an item that they would like to use for like, we're gonna call it swag, for the meeting, the town hall meeting that's gonna be done in December. So, we have a $200 budget to pick something, whether it be like, I don't know, coffee mug or whatever. So if you guys could, at some point, maybe wanna discuss that, come up with some ideas, get a vote on something, so that way we have enough time to order it in time for that, because we're gonna have to set up a table for our commission and represent the commission and have the swag there available to pass out to people who come up and ask us questions.
Okay, that's good to know that that a $200 budget was discussed and proposed. I did talk to a woman from the village who does the graphic arts for the village. I'm trying to remember her name here. Let me look at my note. Lily Morgan, I'm guessing? L. Morgan.
Lily. It's Lily.
It is Lily.
Yeah.
Okay, so she does all the graphic arts creation for the village. And she advised that if we came up as a commission with any kind of ideas that could be turned into a graphic presentation for the Garden Village Commission, that she would be able to create it for us. So if you want to funnel ideas to me, and then I can forward them on to her in terms of creating I'm thinking like most of the commissions have some kind of, I know the library had a tablecloth that we would put out there that said library on it. I'm thinking that if we did some kind of a tablecloth that said Garden Village Commission or something on it that said, that basically represented gardens, or show flowers or some kind of pastoral scene, I don't know, that would make us visible, so that we can use, I'm just throwing,
This is Commissioner Smith. I think that's a great idea, or even a banner. So if we are tabling at events, you can just take that banner and secure it to the table.
well, that's the idea of the
Oh,
tablecloth. The
yeah.
tablecloth basically fits the table, and on
Yes.
the front part of the tablecloth is where the verbiage would go.
Yeah.
So
So
it would
either
drape the
the-
rest of the table.
Yeah, either the tablecloth or either way, or a banner, because in a banner you can kind of use in other aspects too, in addition to putting it on the table.
Mm-hmm.
We might get more bang for our buck with
Well,
that, yeah.
so I'm suggesting that we all submit,
That
that
idea
idea?
to you, okay.
yeah, and then I can forward them to Lily, what's her name again? I'm sorry, I'm botching it. Lily Morgan. She can put some ideas together and send them back to us, and we can see what she produces and then go from there. Because that'll give us something to basically have for December, and it's already, what is today?
October 16th.
Yeah, already, and it's almost gone, and we're halfway through the month.
The $200 budget, though, just so you guys know, is for something, like, that's a great idea. I think you should run with it. The $200 budget, though, is for something to pass out to people. So,
Like
like,
ink pens or
sure, like a pin or a cup or
yeah.
Like a
pens
inexpensive.
or
mini jar of honey with the garden logo.
Oh, that's a
sure,
great
something like
idea.
that.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah,
Those
especially,
little bitty ones?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
And that would definitely be something.
That's a
people would want.
great
And you can
idea.
reuse the jar because it'll be glass.
Yeah, and so that's what the 200 is for. So if you guys want to start thinking of something like that, along with that tablecloth idea, so that way you have something for the name of the commission when we do presentations or something of that nature, or our town hall meetings, because I know President Patrick, excuse me, is gonna be having a couple of those throughout the year. So,
Right, well, and I think I can look up and see how much a tablecloth would cost to get produced, or a banner would cost to get produced, and get the documentation to show Kevin to see, because we don't have anything as a Garden Village Commission, because it's a brand-new commission. The other commissions out there can take some of the equipment that was in prior commissions
Right.
and reuse it. But we don't have that advantage.
correct.
So it's something that I think we can make a case for providing us a stipend that will allow us to do it. You know, above and beyond the $200, because we do need something in order to present to the village and for people to be able to find us in a public venue like that, especially a town hall situation where people are coming into the room and looking for the Garden Village Commission. So that's great. So we have a plan on what to do that with that $200 and beyond. Banner.
And then just another thing, if I may, the new year is getting ready to come up, so I know that they're gonna be talking about budget. So, I would think need to come up with some ideas of, some things that are ideas of what we want to do for 2026, what we think it's gonna cost, and come up with a proposed budget to ask for. We do get part of that money from the MC Square, so I would say that, think of things outside of that amount, to see if there's any extra money we need to ask for, or if we can just do it with the money allowed through that. So any ideas you guys might have of doing a garden here, or planting a little tree there, or whatever, just kind of start maybe jotting down some ideas, getting some roundabout proposals on what it would cost, so that way we can present a budget for 2026.
Are you finished? Sorry.
Yes,
I
no, go ahead.
might interrupt, sorry. Patrice Gallagher, Commissioner Gallagher. We have had several discussions in depth about that topic.
Oh, good.
When I drove around with Steve, it was very valuable. We spent several hours and we discussed everything. And of course, we were all excited about Steve's ideas, we're gonna do this here and that. And we have to step back because We are establishing our commission right now. We're very new, and I think it's important for us, first things first, I love your idea, because that's what we're all talking about. But how do we run the meeting? We're, Robert's Rules is here. So to set our foundation here, and then to move into the practical. And again, it's October, and then December is right around the corner since we meet just once a month for an hour.
Yep.
So I don't know actually how to bridge that gap, because it's already 7:24 and we're still on number 2. So
So,
Did you wanna say something, Lynn? Go right ahead.
yeah, I have something I would like to add to the agenda as well, an amendment that we discuss, adding an additional commissioner, and perhaps a junior commissioner, but definitely an additional commissioner to the committee as we're in these early planning stages. Because now, if one person can't make it, we're down to like 3 people.
For a
And I
quorum.
think for the things that we would like to do, it would be helpful to have an additional member to start.
Okay, so you wanna make that as an amendment to the agenda?
That's something as we're talking about in business, I wanted to add that to the discussion. On the agenda, we can put it, let's see, maybe we can add it to A. Oh, no, not A. Let's see, maybe C?
sure, why not?
Yeah.
Add to C. Okay.
Is this something that we would need to vote on?
Yeah, for an addition to the agenda.
Can I ask about it just from a procedure standpoint?
Yes.
Why don't we just have that under topic 10, commissioner comments, and everything you have to say, you can add on commissioner comments, and then we don't have to have a vote and change our agenda.
Oh, I like that idea.
Great idea.
Yeah,
Thank you, Pete.
it's good, you can just include it right in your commissioner comments, yes?
Yeah, I kind of wanted us to be able to vote on it, unless we want to talk about it, then vote the next meeting. But I agree. This is Commissioner
Is there-
Smith.
is there-
I retract that addition, and I'll just bring it up during the,
Don't you think we can't vote on things in commissioner comments, or we can, is there a rule that says we can only vote on things in business?
typically, I thought it's more in business where you're doing the voting. and
You can't.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
Is my understanding?
I think it's probably a good practice too to bring if we're gonna vote on something, that we publish it one meeting and vote on it the following meeting. Unless there's a special meeting in between where it could be voted on, that way the public can weigh in and have a chance to say something about it.
That's why I wanted it in business, just to start
So you
it.
can put it on the
because we
next agenda.
Necessarily wouldn't want to vote because also Renee's not here and it's new, but as we are a new commission, this is a time I think would be valuable to add someone else because we are only, 5 people?
Tina, do you want to comment?
Yeah, trustee Constados, if I may, I think you should put it under business so you can
Yeah.
at least get it on the agenda, and then you can put it on your next agenda as well as unfinished business or as an actual line item, and then discuss it, and then once you do vote on it, I believe you would have to then do a recommendation to the Board of Trustees for
Okay.
us to vote to add another member on,
Yes.
and then go from there. So you may want to add it on now,
Yes.
just to kind of touch base on it just a little bit, and then put it on your next agenda to continue to talk about and
Okay.
maybe vote on at that point.
Okay.
All right. And can that be added to 5C or does it need
You
its
can
own
just,
line
you
item?
can just make its own line item,
Yeah, turn it into
Or
a
you can-
J.
So
Yeah.
5J, okay. Thank you.
you will.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, Pete, so we don't have to do a vote to be able to move that forward, because it is something that would be beneficial.
This is still going under, this is going to go under business, so
It's
that
on-
it's on.
right
there.
here, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I think Pete's idea, he was suggesting that we talk about it in public I mean, in our
Oh,
commission, in our village, in our commissioner comments, sorry.
Commissioner
In
comments,
5:10.
yes.
In this particular item, because we do want it to be something we talk about on a couple of agendas. we're
Okay,
saying-
so I have a point to ask you too. Did you want to add that as, add additional commissioner or a junior commissioner? What's
I
your thinking?
really want it both, to add an additional commissioner and junior commissioner, but if we think just picking one, I would go with the commissioner first. But I do think there's also value in having a junior commissioner.
Okay,
So just put both on there, and we can talk about both, adding a commissioner and a junior commissioner. Thank you.
okay. Okay, anything else in amendments to the agenda? Hearing none?
None.
Okay, then let's go to consent agenda, which there is none. Let's move on to business. Note-taking minutes from our first meeting, where we did not designate a person to take notes. Patrice takes notes for her own use, and that's all very well, but we don't have official notes to submit to the village for a record for our meeting, which is something that we need to do in order to be aligned with the Open Meetings Act. We need to be able to do that. So I wanted to ask again, if there is anyone sitting here that wants to take on that responsibility to take notes for the commission. Okay.
This is Commissioner Smith, I have a different recollection. I recall that Patrice was going to, since you were taking notes anyway, take the minutes, and then I would be the backup person to take the notes. That's what I thought we decided on at our last meeting.
I'd have to look at the notes.
That's what I recall.
Hence why
The
we
only
need
Is that
notes.
something that,
And the only concern I have, and then I have a solution to my own concern. The only concern I have is my job takes me out of town. And I may not necessarily be able to be at every meeting. I did change my flight to be here for this meeting, but I can't do that all the time.
that's why I was the backup. That's what we had
Oh,
decided.
okay, so
that-
back up
that
when
you-
I'm not here?
That's what we talked about last meeting,
Okay.
that you would, because you're typing and you're taking
Okay.
it anyway.
That'd be great.
And then if you're not here, then that would
Okay.
be my
Great.
responsibility. And then we just need to make sure that we get the minutes compiled and send out the draft minutes for the, commission to review. And then
Well,
they're.
Actually, they go into
Oh.
the creation of the agenda,
Yes,
and it gets put into the agenda as minutes from the previous meeting.
And then you have to vote on it
then we have to vote
to accept
Yeah.
them. And then they
At,
vote.
yeah, at the upcoming meeting.
Yeah.
When would
As
they
to
be
whether or
due?
not the minutes were accurate. Or
Yeah, but
if
they have to be sent
require-
out before in order for us to see them, to vote on them, was my understanding
Correct, they would have to go, so
from my last commission.
what you would do is you would take your notes, okay? Then the person taking them will get them prepared.
Yes.
They will be then sent to, in the packet for the next meeting, for everybody to read prior to the meeting, to make any corrections that you feel need to be made, if there is any. And then when the meeting comes, you vote on passing those minutes, and then the minutes will go to Cheryl so she can put them on the website.
Okay. Then, so at that time, we give feedback if we have any changes or amendments to.
Correct,
the-
if you see that there's something that's incorrect, then you can just say at that meeting, like, I would like this corrected, then I believe it would need to be corrected and then accepted at the following next meeting. I'll have to check on that with President Patrick.
Question. Commissioner Gallagher speaking. Okay, so so I'm taking notes now, I'll go home and I'll make them a little polished, and then I send them to our chairman,
Correct.
and then what is the date? What is the last date I send them to, or the first date I send them to?
Well, they have to be, we have to publish our agendas 48 hours before the next meeting.
Right.
So what the board does is on Wednesday, we get our proposed agenda with, usually no packet, okay? And then by Friday, we get our actual agenda with the packet included, and then we have our meeting on Monday. So that's just how we do it. So you wanna give each other some time, because as things start going into the packet, you want enough time to be able to review that. You know, give yourselves like 3-4 days to review that information, you know what I mean?
Okay, can we back up here, because I wanna make sure that we're all clear, because we need to lock this down in terms of
I-
how it's gonna proceed.
I think because we didn't have the minutes from the last meeting, because that's definitely what was discussed, then we would have had that, recollection. Because we discussed that during our last meeting.
And you can propose that, but you need to vote on it, so.
Okay.
So if what you're gonna propose is that Patrice takes the minutes and then Lynn is the backup person, just like, I would say, make a motion
I'll
for
make a
that.
motion for that, yeah.
And then vote on it, so then that way it's,
Official.
official, correct.
So,
Go ahead, Lynn.
Commissioner Smith, I to, make a motion that, Commissioner Patrice Gallagher, be the primary note taker, and that Commissioner Lynn Smith be the, secondary note taker who will, step in when Commissioner Gallagher is not available.
Second, somebody?
She's going to be the primary note taker.
I'll second.
Okay. It's Pete, right? Pete, second.
Okay, so I'm gonna reread it, when the proposal is to have Patrice Gallagher be the primary note taker and Lynn Smith to be the backup. And, do we vote on that?
Yes, you have to.
Okay, so let's take a voice vote on that, everybody agree?
In favor, yes.
Is that, so we have,
Aye. I thought we were supposed to individually go. Yes, sir. Okay. Aye. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay.
All those opposed? Okay, passed unanimously.
Question. Commissioner Gallagher, would you like to receive those notes 4 days in advance of the day that the required day to send out the agenda items to all the commissioners? Would a 4-day lead be good enough? Like by when? I just need to know each month by when.
So,
I would say you should probably get it to everybody by
So,
at least
16th.
Monday.
okay, so
I mean,
always
'cause
the Monday
meetings
before.
are on
Good.
Thursdays,
Thank
right?
you.
That would give
Yes.
you
Great.
Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 days basically.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Okay. That would be good.
If you get it
Monday's
to
4
everybody
days.
the Monday prior to the
Perfect.
meeting, at least then you'll have Monday, depending on what time, Tuesday, Wednesday before Thursday's meeting. You know what I mean?
Yes.
To review the packet, unless you want more time than that.
No, I'm just thinking, further down in business, there's a discussion about a special meeting and how the notes would be impacted by a special meeting date. But it would work the same because the special meeting date is 2 weeks from today. So it would still work, doing it that way.
Well,
But
if
can we
there's-
put that in, how can we phrase that? Pass unanimously?
Well, you passed unanimously that you're gonna have Patrice do the minutes, and when she's not present, then, Lynn will do the minutes.
Okay, and then notes to be sent to me
Correct, to the
by
chair.
4 days after the meeting?
I would say that, yeah.
Would
gives
that give you
time.
enough time, Patrice, Lynn?
4
4
days
days
after
after the
or
meeting?
by the Monday
And
before?
4 calendar days?
Well, the Monday before is when it should go into the packet
Oh,
for the
okay,
next meeting.
okay, so always 4 days by the fourth day after this meeting,
Fourth,
that would
yeah.
always be Thursday, Friday, Sunday, by Sunday
So
night,
that's
okay.
Monday,
Or you could
the
say by
20th.
Monday.
Monday, okay,
It's to keep it Monday and Monday, if you
Yeah.
want,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
So the Monday following. our
Monday
meeting.
following the meeting.
okay, great,
You
perfect.
could do, the minutes have to be to the chair, and then the chair obviously has to, disperse them. And then the Monday before your meeting on Thursday, you could have them put into the packet, and any other information, let's just say, for example, you're proposing doing a garden somewhere, and you got plans written out and the types of flowers and the cost, whatever. These would be items that would need to go into the packet on that Monday to discuss on that Thursday's meeting, for example.
Okay. So notes to be sent to me by the 4th day after the, notes to be sent to the chair by the 4th day after the meeting, and then the Monday before the next meeting, these notes to be included with the next agenda. With the new agenda, I should say, I think. Okay, does everybody agree that we're on point with that? That we covered all the bases for that so that it can get done?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Because there was an AI solution to this, but I'd rather stay away from doing an AI solution
Yeah,
to,
at this
to
point, I
recording
think
the
we
meeting.
should just keep it simple,
Yeah.
for now, yeah.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Is that something we need to, cause that's at business A, are we gonna, so we're going to table that idea?
I don't
guess
think
no,
we
we-
need to because we
We
decided
just decided
to
we're
go
gonna
a
do it,
different
yeah.
route.
Okay, so we're on B now, yes.
Okay, and then, so that takes us to A. So B is meetings, run by Robert's Rules of Order. Friday, they're gonna have, a training session, here in the village, and I don't know when the next training session is. I think Kevin said in November sometime, but he didn't give a date. So if you can't make Friday's meeting, and I don't know, Patricia, you're not gonna be here, right? You're gonna be out of
No,
town?
yeah, working, yeah.
Okay. Lynn, are you gonna be able to attend?
Yes, I will be attending tomorrow's meeting.
Okay, Pete, you're gonna be able to come too?
I even
Great.
requested pepperoni and mushroom pizza.
Okay,
Question, Commissioner Gallagher. Do you know if it's gonna be recorded,
probably.
and then I could watch it?
That's a good question, and I don't have an answer for that. That would be a Kevin question.
Then, may I email President Patrick?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
You don't need me to ask if you can email Kevin Patrick. It's that's something you do on your own.
Trustee Constados, may I make a suggestion too, is, I do know that they have because I purchased one for myself when I became a trustee, they have little cheat sheets that you can buy. Or maybe we could even do a cheat sheet ourselves.
Oh, for Robert's
just-
Rules of Order?
Yeah, just to kind of print so everybody has something that they can just kind of have with them to review if they're not gonna be here for the training. Or, you know, there's books you can buy.
This is Commissioner Smith, so I have provided numerous resources, including cheat sheets and the full Robert's Rule, in addition to like one-page cheat sheets. And our garden mission, our garden commission shared file folder.
Excellent.
As a reference, didn't everyone see that? Yeah. And there's different varieties of cheat sheets, that, so you can pick one that you like the best, I guess.
Thank you.
Great.
Lynn, would you be able to share those with us?
Yeah, I did.
You did share them.
Yes, it's in our shared folder.
Is it a Dropbox or Google Docs? Both.
It's right here. Robert's Rule of Order.
Is that Google Docs or
That's,
Dropbox?
this is in, this is Dropbox, I think.
But we're not sure about Dropbox, so should we keep using Dropbox until we know?
Yeah, all it is me sharing a shortcut. And so instead of me emailing it to you, I just put it in a shared folder. And I mean, I can email it as well if that's better. But it's literally just publicly available information. It's just a quick reference guide to the Robert Rules of Order.
Right, but is Dropbox accessible by the general public? Or do you have to be invited?
Well, our emails aren't either unless it's a FOIA.
Well, we're supposed to be, we don't all have Villa Park email addresses.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is, yeah. This is kind of like a question that needs to be resolved by us getting official village emails.
This is all it is.
I understand that, but we
Okay.
still have to resolve the email
Okay.
question in terms of
So
all the commissioners having an official email.
yes, which I understand. I also served on the Environmental Concerns Commission for a few years. We also used this same type of document share for these type of general. We're not voting on it. It's just a reference document, and that was allowed for. I mean, I don't know unless it has the Open Act changed within the last 2 or 3 years. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
So that's a question we could ask on Friday at
Okay.
the meeting.
Just so you guys know, I heard back from President Patrick, the training tomorrow will not be recorded. And as far as, everybody getting emails, the only reason why they do not do that is because every email address is an additional cost. So
Sure.
that's why they won't give every commissioner in Villa Park, email address. So.
Is it just the chair?
Just the chair, I believe, is
Okay.
supposed to be getting them. I will talk to Kevin further about that for you guys.
For clarification, because we were told that we would get them. and then-
Individually?
We were.
Yes, yes.
And we
So,
were told we would get IDs as well. We
so
were told to send our
You guys
photos.
didn't get your IDs done yet? No?
I sent in my information for it, my photo, but I haven't received it.
Okay.
So email, it's true that there is a cost and
Okay, so this is Commissioner Smith, that's something that I can bring up tomorrow just to confirm, but that is a practice that the other commission that I served on, where we followed the Open Meetings Act, it was not a problem. That's how we were able to efficiently share, a document with each other.
So Commissioner Gallagher, I totally appreciate what you say, though because we're discussing it here and we're not 100% sure,
Yeah.
because it's a legality issue, I would like that confirmation. I look forward to
Yes,
you.
we'll
That'd be
get it,
great.
yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. So bring that up Friday. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, because, it's gonna be too cumbersome to have to manipulate between what we're supposed to work with between the Garden Village Commission and our private emails. It's like, I don't know, to me, it doesn't seem, I understand that there's a cost involved, but really.
And it may limit, the residents from their right to inquire via a FOIA request. So, as an alternative, we could all get different emails, that are dedicated. I don't want,
We want our
to have my
emails.
private
Yeah.
email at all.
No, I
in the
would
public
suggest
domain.
not using your private email because even though it's your private email, they can FOIA your private email then. So,
So as of right now, a resident could file a FOIA for
It-
any of our email.
if they believe that you have been using your private email for conversation amongst yourselves where there may be an OMA violation, they can send in a request to FOIA your private email. Then what would happen is his name McCain? Would send you an email saying, I received a FOIA request stating, requesting if you have any personal emails between you and ABC to please forward them to me. And then you would have to, if you have any in your personal emails, forward those emails to him so he could have them for the resident that's inquiring.
Okay.
So this is
Yes.
Commissioner Smith, so do you know what the cost is for us to have?
I do not.
emails? Okay.
But I will, I'll talk to Kevin to see if they've come up with a way that the commissioners can communicate and share information, whether it be, maybe a possibility could be Steve having an email and then Steve, I'm not quite sure, so I'm not
Yeah.
gonna speak on it. I'll
Or
ask the
does the
question.
village have a document sharing repository that we
I have
could
no
use?
clue.
Yeah,
Well, as
I'll
of right,
ask tomorrow, cause I will be here for the training.
okay.
so as of right now, I'm going to create a dedicated email for my
Yeah.
commissionhood here, just for self-protection until I find
Sure,
out.
you could do
I-
that.
I'll do the same.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it,
Sure,
to
and
protect
maybe
yourself, to
name it,
protect your private email.
My private email, yeah.
Yeah.
maybe put like, I don't know, like how
I
you
have
get
the
to
name
pick
already
something
in my
like,
head. I got the name, girl.
like you could, whatever, Commissioner,
Yeah.
Commissioner
Yeah.
Patrice at
Thank you.
whatever.com.
May I ask, Commissioner Gallagher, may I ask a question about Robert's rules? It may be idiotic, but, because I don't feel I know how this meeting ought to go, because we're already asking questions, this, that, but we are getting established, so this is kind of like our period of learning. Robert's rules, do Robert's rules mainly address how the meeting is run? I just looked it up. So that we can avoid, what do we do? How do you do the minutes? Like that.
Yeah, it goes into some of that as well, and I'll also go through and see if, we just went to IML training, and I
Which
picked up a
is?
bunch of information, we went to a
Illinois Municipal
Illinois
League.
Municipal League training in Chicago, so we were there and we took a lot of
Oh,
different
wow.
classes.
Oh, great.
And I picked up a lot of different information, so I'll go through it and see if I have anything there that I can share. But it will tell you kind of like how you should go through the meeting and how everybody technically is supposed to raise their hand and be recognized
Yes, by
by
the
the chairperson before they speak. Everything needs to be voted on, and stuff like that. So-
And does it have a format for minutes? I was lucky in my other commission that we had Pat, who retired. She was our note taker. And is there a format? Because I'm just, I'm listening, I'm just taking notes
The
and
form,
then
I can send you an example. The format
would
follows
really
pretty
appreciate
much the
I'd appreciate
agenda,
that
and
very
then
much.
in where I can share with you individually if you like, all the resources I've provided on Robert's Rules of Order,
Could you
including
email
the
me?
shortcuts, the whys.
I would love it. Could you
The
email-
history. Yeah, it's all in
Okay.
here, but I can send it again.
Okay.
Or I can send this to you as an individual.
If that's not too much to ask, I'd love that.
Yeah, I mean, it's already, you already have access, but if you want.
Well,
like
let me
different types-
try and do the access.
Oh,
but- Okay, thank you.
Okay, does anybody else have anything else to add? Because I have
No.
one more thing I wanna talk about in commissioner expectations.
Okay, so we're moving down to commissioners' expectations now.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, what I hope that, we can be uniform on is what is the best way for us to communicate as a board? Is it with, I mean, when we're doing individual communications with each other, is it gonna be getting you on the phone, a text, or an email? Can we go around, the Diaz here and talk about that? Because I think it's important so that, we can establish, how we communicate. Do you wanna start, Pete?
I'm happy to, but I see your hand is up, so I didn't know if you wanted to.
I'm sorry, trustee Constados, I just want to say that any kind of communication, be it a phone call, a text message, or an email, just make sure there's not
more than
two, yeah, in the conversation, so you're not breaking OMA regulations. Because text messages and all that, they can be FOIA'd as well,
Correct.
just so you're aware.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I.
Go ahead, Pete.
So, yeah, so, I kind of view it as, kind of two different things. I think there's obviously like the group blast that has to go out to everyone, as opposed to the individual one-on-one. I mean, I walk into Villa Perk Coffee Shop and we run into one another and we say hello and we say what's going on, and so we're meeting face to face and having a conversation. It's just the two of us. No decisions are being made, but we're exchanging valuable information. So I think obviously that is the best way, right? That's the highest if you do that. In my business world, the next best way, if you can't be in person with a person, making eye contact, seeing their body language, is get them on the phone. Get them on the phone. You can hear their voice. It's just a great way to communicate. If you can't always get somebody on the phone, pick up the phone and call. Send them a text. Okay. The last resort is email. Okay. It's one I check my email maybe every 2-3 days. So that's how I operate.
Yeah.
And but I realize there's a whole generation out there that they'd be shocked to hear that, and they say, no, you have to send an email. And well, that's not how business gets done for the most part. I mean, I guess in the world I'm in. So thank you for asking.
Okay,
But that's how I prefer.
and I'm very similar to that. Lynn, do you wanna
I-
jump in?
Yeah, I actually also am in agreement with what Pete has said as far as when I have met with with other commissioners one-on-one, it would be like just meeting in person at a coffee shop or going to breakfast. And then second, sometimes just following up, one-on-one with the text. Then it goes to kind of email last. But if we're just kind of getting together, brainstorming, it's been one-on-one in person is what I prefer, when possible.
Patrice, do you wanna go?
For brainstorming, I love in person, and otherwise, I don't care. If you want to text, call, or email, I will answer.
Okay. So I guess, I'm just hoping that since we're all in agreement on this, because I feel very similar that, okay, if there's something really vital or something, I would pick up the phone and call individually, just to hear you out, okay? And if I can't get you on the phone, then I would probably follow up that phone call with a text message. And if I don't get a response from a text message, then I would send an email and then go back and call again. But I think I just want to let everybody know that I'm gonna try and do that with everybody across the board, because when I go into my email, it's like, oh, this is a black hole here. It's like I'm gonna drop down and I'm not coming up. It's like, there's just too many in there. But it's true. It's like when I go into the email nowadays, I gotta put in somebody's name and let Google pull up communication, because so many emails have been written. So it's for me, it like creates a follow-up sheet. So I just wanted to be clear that's how I will be reaching out to everyone on the board. Okay? Anybody else want to add anything else? Tim, do you want to add anything to that? No? Tina?
Nope.
You- No?
No, I'll give everybody my card, so you guys will have my email, so if you ever wanna send anything,
Okay. Well, you want to pass them down? We'll
sure.
take that up. Okay, so, so we've gone through B and C and, D is an idea for a special meeting on November 7th, where hopefully we can take the ideas and Lynn and Patrice, have you sent your list to Pete and to Renee so they can review your list from when we drove around?
It's in the, okay, I'll email, it's in the Dropbox, it's in the shared
So
repository.
they don't know about the Dropbox.
I thought,
Everybody was informed about the Dropbox via email.
Okay,
Via email, via,
okay,
and you're all on there, you're all invited and everyone accepted, so.
Am I in the Dropbox?
no, I
Oh,
didn't send you.
Okay, so are we emailing the big documents now, or? I'm just trying to bring us also, not
Yeah,
to sound
I
crude,
get it.
but into 2025 with how information is shared. Because on the other commission I was on, we did this all the time. It was not determined to be against Open Meetings Act.
Okay.
That's how we were able to get stuff done. It was efficient. Everybody got on there. You were able to see the document
Right.
instead of emailing, taking up tons of space, trying to email a huge document.
okay. So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So when I got the prompt for Dropbox, it asked me to sign up for another app.
Okay, so
And-
maybe
and-
that's not a good idea then if you don't have it already on as an app on your. I mean, you know.
Because it's like, I hate creating more apps on my phone. It's like it just makes my phone too dense. And
In response to,
Yes,
Commissioner
right.
Gallagher, in response to your question, I did send, with the exception of trustee Constados, I did send those notes that you asked about to everyone. But then we just heard from Pete, he doesn't go to his email for 3 days, so I will, now that I know all this, I will ensure I will contact, until we know if we're gonna go to one platform or not.
Yeah, then that's the advantage of Dropbox. It's not an email. You can just drop in there, it's literally right here. Everything's right here. And you click on it, planning notes, here they are, right
Right,
here.
but I think the point is everything's right there on your phone, but not on the chairman's phone.
I know, I can help you with that. if
But we
you
could
want
have a little
to.
fun
If we
training
decide.
session.
Well-
Yeah, if we decide we can have a training session, if that works for the group.
Pete, do you have Dropbox on your phone?
I don't have it on my phone, I have it on my PC at home, so I gotta wait till I'm home at 11 at night. and then
Oh, you don't
log
have
into
that.
Dropbox.
I will say one thing about the black hole.
I can use
Excuse me.
Dropbox. I'm sorry, I didn't.
No, please,
Yeah.
continue.
Or Google Drive is another easy one too. There's all different.
I can put it in
mechanisms
Google
for it.
Drive, we have that
But,
too.
So
I-
Google Drive, I'm with you on Google Drive because I use Google Drive more than I would want to open up, more than I would want to add something else.
Yes, and that's what we're referring, some people say Google Docs, we mean Google Drive. It's, one and the same
So I
kind of.
also have the Google Drive, I can take those same documents and move everything to Google
Okay.
Drive as well,
So let's
For-
back up.
Go ahead.
if it's allowed.
We're still at a point, I know that you said that it was, you got confirmation from like last year's committee. But I thought we were at a point with our committee that we were gonna wait till training tomorrow to determine whether or not.
Correct.
we're
Oh, we,
gonna
Yes.
use
oh, we
third
are,
party
we
bus.
are.
Say that.
Okay, so I think all this discussion at this point, let's.
Premature?
Yeah, let's just figure out, can we do, is it legal to do it still? And we think it is. And it sounds like, well, maybe we're leaning towards Google Docs. I think it's gotta be one of those things where, hey, if somebody emails us an important document, we also, it's incumbent upon us to check our emails often enough so we're not letting one another down, right? Right? But that's important. We're trying to support one another with this. But also from ease of management, if we can just drop it in one place and send a note saying, here's this enormous doc, rather than, sometimes their docs can get so big you can't even email them. But you can access them. So I like that idea of having a third-party drive that we can share and use together. And as long as we're letting each other know when we're using them and where to go to get it, and we all can have easy access to it, we can make it work that way. That's my thought.
Okay.
So-
Tina, did you want to say something?
I just wanted to say, as we kind of go through the agenda, just as far as Robert's rules go, we kind of need to stay on the topic we're discussing. Just so you
Thank
guys.
you.
So I would say let's wait till training tomorrow, but let's
Thank you.
continue to talk about the
Thank
special meeting. My question was gonna be, why are we doing a special meeting?
Because of the ideas suggested by Patrice and Lynn in their drive-arounds with me through the village. Because there's a ton of information, ideas that they put in their notes
Okay.
from that drive around the village. And I think we need, I think like this gentleman came in tonight,
Chris?
Chris, came in tonight to talk, Chris Diedrich, is that right?
Yes.
Diedrich? Came in tonight to talk about an idea that he wanted us to participate in, that he brought to us. And I think that between his idea, I know, what was his name, Mark Paulson also sent, and he's also on the Garden Village. No, he is on the Horticultural Club from Villa Park. He sent in a whole list of ideas that I think we need to review. And I don't think it's something that we can accomplish here in a regular meeting where we need to basically dedicate one meeting just to taking all these ideas so we can prioritize them. Because otherwise, we're not gonna have a way to keep track of them and to see where they're going.
So is this in addition to the November meeting?
This is Commissioner
Yes,
Smith.
this would, we have, one conversation right now. Special meeting on November 7th.
Okay, so you
In
guys.
addition to our regular meeting, what is that, the 23rd? I forgot what it is.
Okay,
So this, yeah, Commissioner, so it's the main reason we're doing that, we have 1 hour and it's already, now it's
Yes.
8:08, okay? So we have 1 hour dedicated to these meetings when, for previous commissions, we're accustomed to 2 hours, right? But we have 1 hour. So within this 1 hour, we have a lot to try to discuss. And as you can see, it's already 8:08 and we're not even through our commission. So that's why Commissioner Gallagher and I proposed that, we can have a special meeting so we can talk about strategic planning. What are our ideas? I mean, what are we trying to accomplish over the next 3-6 months and have time to properly talk about it?
okay, so then what you guys need to
that's
do
the
is you
reason.
you have to vote on that.
Okay,
So you
So
have
maybe
to
we
do a
need to-
vote to do the November 7th
so
meeting.
may I make a motion?
Correct.
Commissioner Smith, I'd like to make a motion.
Can I,
Oh,
comment?
sure.
Sorry, I just wanna confirm, the date is November 6th, not the 7th.
Ah.
So we should change the date, cause
So you
November,
want it on a Thursday?
did you want it on a Thursday or a Friday?
Friday.
Sorry. I don't know if you wanna keep it on the same,
Oh, it is the 6th. I don't know how we got to
Okay, so you want to say Thursday, November 6th? is what you
6th,
meant.
Thursday, November 6th.
So then just to be clear, you'll need to make a motion
Yeah, to change
to
that.
amend the date
Got
and
it.
then another motion to accept that date
Yep.
and vote on. Okay.
All
We're
right.
gonna, have a time. Do we know the time?
7 o'clock probably.
17, thank you.
If you
So
wanted
can
to
we get
have
a,
that
can we get a
earlier-
motion to amend the date to November 6th? Let's do that first.
I'll make a motion that we amend the date to November 6th from November 7th.
Somebody has to second.
On a 5 business.
Somebody has to
Can we
second.
get a second?
Commissioner Smith seconds.
Okay, so
Then we have to vote.
motion is
I just gotta record.
Pete. And second is Lynn. And then you guys have to vote. So Pete motion to move November 7th to the 6th and Lynn second. And now you guys are gonna roll call vote.
Okay, so we have on, before us, the motion to change the date to November 6th, with the start time being 7 o'clock.
7.
For the special.
Can we have a vote on that now?
Roll call?
Yes.
Pete's a yes?
Commissioner Smith, yes.
Commissioner Gallagher, yes?
Okay. Pass.
Yes. Yes, and I am voting a yes on that as well. Okay.
Okay, so pass.
That passed.
Okay.
So now you have to motion to have the special meeting on the 6th.
So Commissioner Smith, I'd like to make a motion to have the Villa Park Garden Village Commission special meeting on November 6th for our strategic planning session.
Okay. And somebody's got a second.
I'll second.
Okay. Wait,
Oh, can
I
I?
don't think you
can't.
can.
I can't
Commissioner
second.
Gallagher, second.
Okay. Patrice did. Okay. Now you guys have to vote.
Okay, roll call. Pete, you wanna go again?
Commissioner Soltez, yes.
Okay, Commissioner Smith, yes.
Commissioner Gallagher, yes?
Okay, so that passed. All in favor were yes. Okay, now you can move on to
Now-
E. Sorry, I'm just gonna
No,
kind
Pete,
of try
no,
to walk
please,
you guys
please,
through
thank
so
you.
we can kind of stay on track.
Yeah, I think we
Um,
already talked.
Which E we kind of already hit on
Yes.
Yeah.
in different levels, so you may just want to say, is there any more discussion on it?
Yeah, I think, tomorrow will be enlightening for us.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay, so F is discussion of property at Villa Avenue and Julia. And just to help our memories along, because I need to help mine along, that was a discussion that I took to Tim to ask about the procedure to get that parcel property that's maintained by the Parks and Recs Department. It's a green space at Villa and Julia, right before, it's nestled along the creek, along Willow Creek. And basically, it's a big green space that is undesignated as a park right now. So basically, what we propose to do is to get that designated, to bring it to the village board to get it designated as a park.
As an official nature park? Okay.
So that we can begin to plan on how to budget money for furniture, for lack of a better description, for the park. So that's what I wanted to open up with for this discussion. Patrice, go ahead.
Thank you. Commissioner Gallagher speaking. We discussed this at our last meeting, and it was my hope that we could vote on this to have it designate as a designated park within Villa Park, such that we can't get the darn thing, quote, under contract, so that we can in fact start moving forward. And I would request that we vote on this at this meeting so that we could then refer it to the board for their vote, for their review and their vote.
Should we make a motion?
First you
Well,
should
we have to-
discuss.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have some comments.
Okay.
I think, I really truly support the idea of turning that area into a park. And as we sit here as a group and discuss it, in our minds, we kind of know what that means. Although I don't know that we all know what that means, because when you said buy furniture, that's not what my idea is of making that up a park. Okay, and the public, the people that live around it, when they hear that, we voted to turn that into a park. Oh my gosh, what are they going to think about it? So I'm concerned, and I think that we may just be premature in trying to have a discussion on this until we have our strategic plan and say where is this in our priority. Right? It's a first idea we discussed. I'll tell you, Chris's idea. There's lots of things that we should kind of lay it out and decide as a group. I mean, and I'm just sharing my thought. I don't know if we're just voting on do we want to recommend making it a park, and then the overall commission handles the public communications and the hearings. I'm not sure procedurally how it goes from there. Thanks. I just want to share. I don't want to jump into something before we've had enough.
Man, thank
Go
you.
ahead, Tina.
Trustee Constatos, so since you just have it on as discussion, you should really kind of discuss it first like he's proposing. Maybe come up with some ideas of what you would, if you want to keep it as a park, what you would propose it would look like, what it involves. And I wouldn't necessarily vote on it today because it's just on the agenda for discussion. So then if you wanted to discuss it further at the next meeting and bring some information to put into the packet for everybody to see prior to that meeting, then you would put that on the packet as like old business, you know what I mean? Because you want to finish as like discussion for old business, you know what I mean? Or further discussion, however you would like to phrase that. And then once you come up with an actual plan, and you guys are pretty much in agreements of the plan, then I would say that you put it on the agenda to vote for it, and then put the recommendation together to send to the board.
Well,
No, you please.
go ahead, Patrice, go
No,
ahead.
you go, please.
Basically, I think that this discussion about what makes a park needs to be had. In terms of, yeah, how are the residents gonna be impacted by that designation? Are the residents gonna be accepting of having some picnic tables put out there that aren't there now? I mean, it's an empty space. How would they feel about, some restorative aquatic plants being put in the creek bed to help the creek survive going through that area? And how often, I mean, we need to find out how often it floods. I don't really know. And I don't know if you have any records in Parks and Recs, Tim, that basically speaks to those questions.
Sure, so just, excuse me, doing a little bit of research on it, it is floodway, or floodway. So we are kind of limited on what we could do for development. But what we would do would ask for resident input on what they want to see there. That's something that you want to get the residents involved of. Like Pete was saying, they might not want furniture there. They would want some pollinator gardens, or like you said, putting some aquatic plants in the creek, making it maybe more naturalized instead of having grass. That's something with public input, you can kind of gauge what they're interested in. They would maybe want a pathway or something else there as well, but getting that public input is really the way to go to how you're gonna develop that.
Go ahead, Patrice.
Is there a format that exists for us to be able to do that in a streamlined fashion? Because I have a concern that this will just take a long time. And, we have so many things ahead of us. So, because I'm new to all these processes, I imagine that would be a long research project, especially for what you brought up, Pete, about inquiring with I mean, that's the first place we care about our neighbors.
We're, in the course of, respectful discussion here, but what's the hurry? I mean, that's been there since the beginning of time, right? And I know we want to get things done, but there's due process involved. I think we're barreling into winter here. The snow will be flying before we know it. I think what I really like this idea of this strategic planning meeting.
Yeah.
That we should all really be prepared to roll up our sleeves and list everything, and that way, as we head into winter, we know what we're going to want to accomplish. Because once that's the crocuses start popping up through the snow and the dandelions start popping up, right? We're gonna be wanting to break some ground and have some impact. So I love the attitude of, hey, let's get things done and let's get going on this. I don't think anybody's gonna come along and pull that park out from under us. There's always processing. I'm okay if it takes us a little time. I'm okay with it. It's
Okay.
just my 2 cents.
Thank you. And, go
I
ahead.
just want to say, this is Commissioner Smith, I agree. I would like to see us kind of table this and talk about it in our special,
Yeah, I think so too.
Special meeting?
in our strategic planning session.
I agree.
And as well as the next agenda, I mean, I'm not sure what you're gonna talk about, but anything to talk about planning and ideas, the golf course property, I don't know if that's what we're gonna talk about. It's probably best for the strategic planning meeting, in my opinion.
Well, it does give us, to your point, it does give us, the 2 weeks does give us a little bit of time to get in contact with the golf course and the operations person. I know it's the next item.
Oh, yeah.
But it's an adjacent area to this greenway.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that we ought to lump it in together, but at the same time, kind of keep it separate, because it's a golf course property. And the golf course is gonna wanna weigh in on what they wanna do with their golf course. The property across the street from it is already park-like. I mean, it's a greenway with a creek going through it. with some vegetation in there. I mean, it's already that way now naturally. I don't, I don't know, exactly what's growing in that area, but it's something that we would need to basically, take an inventory of.
Yep.
To see what's there, to see what else could be successful in that environment. Tina?
If I might make a suggestion, like Pete said, I think that, this is a great property to think about doing stuff with. I would kind of use your strategic planning session to say, hey, here's a bunch of ideas that we have. Let's pick what we want to do for 2026 out of all these ideas, and then kind of start to put your plan together. You might want to ask Tim if he has like a survey of the property, so you can see what the property looks like. How big is it? You know, ask him where it floods the most. Have staff give you some information on each property. If this is a property that you're gonna zone in on, you know what I mean? So that way, then you can kind of gather your idea of, this is what the property looks like, this is what we can kind of do, and then go from there, you know what I mean?
Does anybody on our commission know any of the residents who live adjacent to that area? No?
No, I'm 4 blocks north of that.
Okay. I'm just wondering, just in case
Yeah.
we
Oh,
had
absolutely.
contacts
Yeah. I
that
think-
were there, that we can reach out
Yeah.
and speak to them and kind of get
Yeah.
their input.
I think you should, in my opinion, maybe first get your plans together, and then if Villa Avenue and Julia is something you absolutely, as a group, say, this is an area we want to put money into for sure for 2026, and then we want to put money here, and we want to put money here and here. Let's say you pick 4 different locations, then start focusing on those 4 and say, okay, what's the next step?
Yes.
What's the plans? Okay, the next step, let's get in touch and reach out to the residents and get their opinions. Okay, the next step, what do we want to put there? You know what I mean? After speaking to the residents, and then the next step, like what's it going to cost and stuff like that. So maybe just kind of table this to your
To the strategic
and then
plan.
put it on the agenda for your special meeting on the 6th.
Okay.
And,
Patrice?
and just, Commissioner Gallagher speaking, in response to that, so again, is there a format that exists that we could have a meeting with that and say, okay, and go down the list for, because this is like one project, we're gonna have a lot of projects
Yes.
here. So do we have, Pete?
Just one question at a time. Is there a format for, so my understanding is that, when we have our conversations, we publish it's public knowledge.
Yes,
Okay, now, I guarantee you, those people that live around there, they have no idea that we're talking about them tonight. So I'm sure there's gonna be a way we're gonna wanna, inform them. But it is public information, and I think that they're probably all gonna line up, anyone that has any deep concerns or oppositional. Next, we put the word out, they're gonna come back and wanna have discussion on it, right?
but that's a part of it, but what
Yeah.
I mean is there a format to streamline the process of attending to any project?
Yeah.
Okay, hey, we've identified a piece of land. What's the next efficient step? Instead of us just talking, oh yeah, we should do this, that, and pulling things, yes? Lynn?
Okay, and I'm speaking more, probably from a more corporate perspective, but it's a strategic planning event. So when you're doing strategic planning, but you're asking if there's something that the village has already, a format that they use to,
Or not necessarily the village. Just, is there?
there are ways, yeah, it's because that's for when you're doing strategic planning, that's what you're trying to do, determine
Okay.
what are you going to, what's going to be your focus areas for the next year, you prioritize. And then from there, just, we can decide who's going to be like the champion for those and then go from there. But we got to get some type of structure because right now
That's
we
what
have
I'm
a
asking
list
for.
like this
Exactly,
long.
structure.
Right. And so that's why when we, we'll have the time to do that because right now our meeting was just like 7 to 8, right? We'll have time to flesh that out during that
Okay. thank
that
you.
special meeting.
Okay.
And then we'll come prepared knowing what our process is.
Okay,
I want to just add one comment if I may. I'm thinking back to the very first meeting we all had when we came together, and Kevin was asking us, or Kevin was making comments, and I recall his discussion of our role, or what he's counting on us to do, is to be the feet on the ground and kind of flesh all this out and organize the priorities in such a way that we make a coherent recommendation to the village, and then the village is gonna pick up that torch and run with it from there, and it's not gonna be us that's gonna have to summon the neighbors, that's at the village hand. But we have to do all the legwork and the groundwork, and I think it's kind of where we're at right now, as we're angling toward having this special strategic
Thank
plan
you.
meeting.
So, one thing I wanna say is that this November 7th meeting isn't gonna be the be-all, end-all in terms of planning for what we're gonna try and get done. It's gonna be the beginning,
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
I think, because really it is, it's gonna be where we kinda all see the many things that are out there and be able to prioritize everything, because there's just too much. I mean, there is, when you see the list that these two have created in terms of ideas and forward thinking for changing the face of Villa Park through the addition of new ideas happening in Villa Park. It's a lot, and I think that our mission is to bring something forward to the board that is going to be a complete, as complete as we can make it proposal to the board for doing something with a property like this. I mean, we really need to get all of our ideas fleshed out. We need to know what groups are in the area that we could talk to help us come up with ideas for the land. And what's different about these ideas that we come up with than what they're doing now? Because whatever has been done is working right now. It's a green space. It's not run down. It's got animals living on it. I mean, there's a lot of birds. There's stuff happening in the creek. The creek is, I mean, it's a living, breathing thing. And we have to be careful with what we're doing with it. So I think it's going to be a great discussion on November 6th. So
So we're gonna
we just have to get
table it.
ready for it.
Do you guys wanna vote on that, or like,
On-
we're gonna table it to the
We're
next?
gonna table,
I believe we have to vote on that,
vote to table it.
I believe so.
So do I need to make a motion? Okay. Commissioner Smith makes a motion to table any further discussion on the property at Villa Avenue in Julia and the golf course property until our strategic planning meeting on November 6th.
Somebody needs a second.
Commissioner Gallagher seconds the motion.
Vote.
Okay, can we do a voice vote on this? Do we need to do individual? How about if we do a voice vote?
Commissioner Soltis, aye.
Commissioner Smith, aye.
Commissioner
Yes.
Gallagher, aye.
Okay.
Okay, then it seems like it's a unanimous vote. Okay. Okay, so H, I think we already accomplished,
Yes.
Tim, you changed, did you get to change that on the website?
I did, but we have to formally, recommend changing the time to 7 PM.
Okay. Commissioner Smith.
Here?
Yes.
Commissioner Smith would like to make a motion to change, our meeting time for the Garden Village Commission meeting from 6 PM to 7 PM.
Second.
I second,
Yep.
Commissioner Gallagher seconds the motion.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed? Okay, so we have that vote, Tim. Okay,
H and I go basically together. Okay.
draft recommendations of board with time change for a commission meeting.
Those pretty much go hand in hand.
Yeah, H and I together? Yeah. I think so too, I think that might have gotten in here through a mobile cursor. Okay, chairman comments.
Nope,
Well, there's item J.
J.
Oh, add additional
Number-
commissioners and junior commissioners, forgot about
Yeah.
that.
So,
Okay, go ahead, Brenda.
Commissioner Smith would like to, make a motion to, I guess, to move discussion, to table discussion of, the recommendation to the Board of Trustees that we add an additional commissioner and junior commissioner. Just like to move that to our next meeting. So
Okay.
that is.
Table it.
I'd like to table it, yeah.
Gonna make a motion?
So, yeah, Commissioner Smith makes a motion to table, further discussion of, item J, which is for adding an additional commissioner and junior commissioner.
Commissioner Gallagher, seconds the
Okay, so all those in favor of that motion, since we had a first and a second?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, and those opposed? None opposed. Okay,
Six.
Okay, Chairman comments?
okay, I'm just,
Are you okay?
I just have other challenges.
so I'm thinking that the item J that we just voted on really should go to our regular meeting scheduled and not the upcoming special meeting.
That was my
Right.
motion,
Yeah,
to move it
to
to our
the-
next,
To the next
Meeting.
scheduled meeting.
yeah, I didn't say,
Our next meeting is
that's a special meeting. So our next regularly scheduled meeting would be in October, what is it, the third October?
November,
Oh, I'm sorry, November, yeah.
November 20th.
So that's what the motion is for. It wasn't to move it to the
When is
special
it?
meeting.
Either way, it was tabled.
The
It's
20th?
tabled, yeah.
Better double check, but I believe
Is it the
Yeah.
20th, the next one?
that's the third.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3,
The 20th,
Yeah, let's talk about those.
okay.
okay.
Chairman comments?
I guess.
Chairman comments,
Yeah, that's
I
you.
have none at this
None?
time.
Okay.
It's
So
8:30.
on to number
Village Board Liaison. I just want to thank everybody for coming today, and, I know it's hectic, we'll get through this. It'll start to become smoother, and I look forward to all of your wonderful ideas and working with you guys. You're a great, great bunch of people to work with. And that's all I have.
Okay. Appreciate your
We already
brevity.
Did 8. Village staff comments?
I have a couple things. So the next couple of board meetings are going to be at the VPRC, at the Parks and Rec Center. We are doing an elevator modernization out here, so we will not have access to the second floor. So I will send an email out to you guys giving the location, but we'll be having meetings at the VPRC in the multipurpose room, moving forward until probably December.
Tomorrow's meeting is here,
Yes, correct, yes.
and the Vader still works.
Correct, yes. Up until October 20th.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. And then, I believe that was it. Yeah, that's all I have.
Commissioner comments, you wanna,
Yeah, I promise I'll be brief. Since the last meeting, I toured 9 sites in Villa Park, including Rotary Park, Lufkin Park, which is absolutely award-winning. That Lufkin Park has so much going on. Twin Lakes, also a beautiful park. Fulton Douglas Retention Area, I nicknamed it the trench, the area of Julian Villa, right there. I don't know where the headwater is for that creek. It comes out, it flows out of that, and I tried walking it to see, and it dead ends in somebody's yard. It goes like under a backyard.
And
So
then this goes away.
it's gotta be a high water table in that area there.
It dead ends in a bit.
Yeah, you'll see. Yeah, it's real curious. The Westmore Park garden plots, I went over and had a look at that. North Terrace Park, excellent park. It's a pond, a fountain, play area, and so on. The area behind the north side of the rec center where Chris was proposing making more garden plots. I had a look at that, and I also walked the Prairie Path. Overall, my comments are that I think we have tremendous potential, and spoiler alert, I am in favor of some ideas around Rotary Park. I think we can have a huge impact there immediately. Also, the other park, the North Terrace Park, we can, with very little effort, just addition of a few pollinator plants, pollinator plots, and so on.
Is that the one with the pond?
There's a pond and a fountain there. It's a beautiful park. I also went and visited, if you have the chance, go over to Lombard. It's called the Terrace View Park. And they have mature trees, there's a canopy over there, and a pollinator plot with labels and a little path that walks through. And it's really this idyllic setting that if you're familiar with it, you have a chance, just take a peek at it, and it'll help kind of show what are the possibilities of some of the things that we can do here. And as such, I have 3 recommendations that we all start thinking about. One is just focusing our energy, and we're going to do this, I think, with our strategic meeting, focusing our energy on areas where we can have the greatest impact. And again, my opinion was Rotary Park. Number 2, identify features or design elements found in these parks that we already have, which we really like, which stand out, which speak to our love of nature and so on. And there are these elements that are unique and desire, and incorporate them into our future recommendations. And then consistent with what Patrice was saying earlier, begin this work in earnest, so that we can get things done. And I love that attitude. My overall thought, coming from the industry that I'm in, I believe that we should all aspire to have much less lawn to mow, okay? And that rather than paying mechanics to service our mowers, we should be paying arborists to be trimming trees and planting. We're not anywhere near there. We're underbalanced in terms of the canopy that we have. Trees cool the earth, they provide habitat and are a living source of nourishment for wildlife and pollinators. And our emphasis on native plants and planting and beautifying on the individual plant level, I think is important. But we're going to get the greatest leverage by increasing the canopy and planting more trees. So I'll pass it on to the other commissioners. Those are my thoughts on my tour of the village.
Thank you. Okay, Lynn, do you want to go?
Yeah, Commissioner Smith, first of all, thank you so much, Commissioner Solstad. Those are great ideas. Would you be able to share those with us?
Absolutely.
So we can add them
Absolutely.
with our other ideas, and we can talk about it in our strategic planning meeting. And secondly, I just want to know, do we have a time set for the strategic planning
7
meeting?
o'clock.
Oh, it's gonna be 7, no, okay.
That gives you time to get,
Well, I was thinking if we wanted to do 6 and 8 on that, for that one, for the strategic planning, 6 to 8 o'clock.
okay. Okay, so my question becomes, we polled amongst ourselves at the very beginning.
Yeah, that was for our regularly scheduled meetings.
Okay,
which are every third, this is a special meeting. That's in 2 weeks, and we're gonna need 2 hours to discuss.
why wouldn't we do 7 to 9?
Okay, well, if you want to do 7 to 9.
Well-
For those of us who have work the
Okay,
next
well,
day, yeah, but-
let's take consensus of the board. Who would like to do 6 to 8? Raise your hand. 6 to 8? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then we'll do 6 to 8.
Yeah, just for this, special meeting. And, that was it.
November, what's that?
That's for
November
6th.
6th.
Correct.
I'm just wondering if we need to vote that. Well, you
Let's
guys
do it
consensus
anyway.
it, but you,
I make a motion that we have our special meeting from 6 to 8 PM on the November 6th date.
Commissioner Gallagher seconds the motion.
thank you.
Thanks.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
I'm next for the comments.
Yep.
I just, Commissioner Gallagher speaking, I just asked that everybody reads the email. I don't know, Tim, did you get my email about Steve and my drive around on September 25th?
We did not.
Then I'll send it to you. I didn't realize how cohesive it was. I just pulled it up, but it was a month ago. I completely forgot. I'm seeing we did a lot of work and we took a lot of notes. And I think that you guys would appreciate, from our, 3-hour drive. So I would request that you review that before the strategic meeting. Thanks, that's all.
Absolutely.
Okay, and Renee has
Can't wait
nothing.
to see them, Patrice.
Well, they're messy and uncollated, but you'll get it.
Okay. No
Okay.
presentation.
So we are at,
Number 11.
11, presentation, which we have none. I think we've been presenting all night. So can I get a motion for adjournment?
Commissioner Gallagher, motions to maybe adjourn, or did you have something else to say? Okay, motion to adjourn.
Okay, and a second.
Commissioner Smith seconds.
All right,
favor?
all those in favor of adjournment, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, all those opposed? None. Heard? We are adjourned.
What
Yay.
time is it? What time is it?
It's 8:45.
Thank you.
So we have to usually put the